This conference will now be recorded.
So yesterday we discussed about copy command. Now move command. MV for move. MV for move or rename. Either move or rename.
Sir, unable to see
So
the screen, sir.
uh, MV for move or rename. To create two directories. Directory 1, directory 2. Go to directory 1. Create some files. Touch F1, F2, F3, F4, F5. Now MV F1 file 1. Is it moving the file or renaming the file? Is it move or rename?
Rename the
It's
file.
a rename.
Rename. F1 file rename as file1. MV F2 slash directory 2. Is it moving or renaming?
This is a moving file.
Moving the file from directory 1 to directory 2. How do we check that the file is moved to the directory 2? Move means what? Ft is not available in directory 1. Move to the directory 2. How to check it? ls directory 2. mv f3 slash directory 2 file 3. Is it moving or renaming?
This is a renaming.
No. Anyone?
It's moving. F3 to
No.
direct.
It is moving and renaming both. Moving the file F3 to directory 2, renaming as a file 3. Both at a time. No more F3 here. Move to the directory 2, renamed as a file 3. So this is called move and rename.
Okay.
Same like cp command, we can use both absolute or relative path, absolute path. Whatever we discussed in cp, all we can use in move command. For example, you want to use both absolute. What's the command? Both absolute. What's the command? mv slash directory 1 slash f4 slash directory 2 renamed as file 4. This is move and rename both absolute. Right? Coming to the file permissions. Hyphen means no permission. 1. Execute permission. 2. Write permission. 3. 2 plus 1. 2 is write. 1 is execute. 4. Only read. 5. 4 plus 1. 5 is read. 1 is execute. 6. 4 plus 2. 4 is read. 2 is write. 7. 6 plus 1. 6 means read write. 1 means execute. All these numbers we call it as octal value. All these numbers called as octal value. How to see these file permissions? Assume that go to directory 1, create a file, touch some file name, file 1. How to see this file permission? ls-l, ls-l file name, ls-l file name to see the file permissions. There are totally 10 characters. 10 characters. The first character represent is it file or directory. Is it file or directory? Hyphen means what? It's a file. Remaining 9 characters. The first 3 characters for Warner. Permissions for Warner. What's the permissions for Warner? Read write. Hyphen means no permissions. For Warner, only read write. Hyphen means no permissions. Means no execute. For group, only read. No write, no execute. Others, only read. No write, no execute. Who is a Warner? Root is a Warner. What's the group? Root is a group. This is about ls-l file name. So hyphen means it's a file. The first 3 permissions for Warner. Warner, read and write. What is the octal value? Read is 4, write is 2. 4 plus 2, how much? 6. For group, only read. What is the octal value for read? 4. Others only read 4. So the default file permissions are 644. Is it clear, everyone? Why you got 644?
Sir, what is group?
Group. Now we are all users. We are all users, and I create the group called WhatsApp group called Linux admin. The Linux admin is a WhatsApp group. In that WhatsApp group, we are all users in the Linux admin. The group is a collection of users.
Okay.
The group is a collection of users. Every user must be in one group. Every user must be in one group. What's the good name? Suppose I create a user add Anil. So you cannot create a user without a group. Now this Anil user belongs to which group? Log into this or type ID Anil. Anil is the username. Anil also a group name. So Anil is the user under which group? Anil group. If you want, you can add users to the Anil group by using user add -g Anil. Group name is Anil. Username U1. U1 is username. I'm adding to the Anil group. Likewise, U2 is the username. Add into the Anil group. All this stuff we'll discuss later, the administration part. But here, group is nothing but a collection of users. So every user should be under one particular group. The root is the user, root also group. Root is under root group. Is it clear, guys? Any questions here? Okay. So I'm creating one directory, mkdir d1. How to see the directory permissions? ls-ld directory name. Can anyone tell what is the permissions for Warner?
Read, write, and executable.
Read, write, and execute. D stands first character represent file or folder. D stands directory. So Warner, read, write, execute. For group,
For group, read and execute.
read and execute. No write. Others,
Others read and
read,
execute.
no write. Hyphen means no write. Now what is the octal value for Warner?
7.
7. What is the octal value for group?
5 and 5.
5 and 5. Read is 4. X means execute is 1. So 4 plus 1, 5. So this is the default file octal value for directory. So create directory called d1 ls-ld to see the file permissions -l for directory permission ld. You can see for Warner, read, write, execute. Read, write, execute means full permissions, that is 7. Group, read, execute, no write, that is 5. Others also read, execute, no write. Root is a Warner, root is a group, and what the default directory permission? 755. Default file permissions are 644 and default directory permissions are 755. Is it clear, everyone? Any questions here? Okay. So file and directory permission 644 755. This is called default. What is original? Original file permissions are 666 for a file, 777 for directory. This is called original. Every file has original and default. Original file permissions are 666 and directory permissions are 777. Can anyone tell what the meaning of 666? 666 means what?
Read,
Read.
read, write, read and write for
For
all.
whom?
All.
Read write for owner, read write
Only
for group, read write for others.
others.
First one is owner, second one is group, third one is others. So if I create the file, what are the default file permissions? 644. What is the meaning of 644? Only owner can write. Only owner can write. Group and others, they can only read. Group and others, they can only read. They can't write. But what is the original? Anyone can write. If I create the file, who is the owner for the file? I'm the owner. When you see the original file permission, for my file, I'm the owner. But who can write? Group can write. Others also can write. The very security in original file permissions, in my file, group can write. Others also can write. No security to my file. What the default? Only owner can write. The group and others, they can only read. They can't able to write. Now you tell, in order to delete the file, what permission required for the file for deletion?
Execute.
Write permission. Write.
Write permission. So by default, who can delete? Only owner can delete. In default file permission, only owner can create, only owner can delete. If you go for original file permission, anyone can delete my file. Anyone can delete my file. No security for this. That's why when we create the file, instead of 666, you should get 644 as a default, 755 as a default. Then what should be the UMAS value for that? There is a concept called UMAS value. What is UMAS? Mask means hiding, covering. UMAS means we are hiding the file and directory permissions per user. How much value if I minus from 666 will get 644? How much value if I minus from 666 will get 644?
22. 022.
22. 022. This is called UMAS value. What is UMAS? We are masking the user file and directory permissions with a value 022. So mask means hiding. When user create the file, it is hiding the original file permission to the user. What it is showing? It is showing the 644, hiding original and showing 644. That is called mask, hiding. What user feel that my original file permissions are 666. Sorry, my original file permissions are 644755. User feel that 644755 is the default because he don't know about the UMAS value, he don't know about the original file permission. How do you check the UMAS value? Run the command UMAS to see the UMAS value. For the default output 0022. Ignore the first number. The last three digits are the UMAS value. Because of 022, when we create the file, in place of 666, we are getting 644. In place of 777, we are getting 755. That is difference between original and default. Can anyone tell now what is the difference between original and default? Hmm?
When we create
Default
file,
permission.
it is original. Of
Default, default permission is the value, original value minus umask value.
I'm asking the difference between original and default. Original file permissions you cannot change, but default file permissions can be changed.
Okay.
How we can change the default file permissions? Change the umask value. If you change the umask value, it is going to change the default file permission. But you cannot change the original. Original like your birthplace. Can you change your birthplace, native place? Can you change your birthplace? No, right?
No.
You cannot. But you can change the default place. Right now, I'm in Vizag. Tomorrow, I may be in Hyderabad. So default place can be changed. So default file permissions can be changed, but the original cannot be changed. In order to change the default file permission, change the umask value. So here, I change the umask value umask 024. Run the umask value. What my current umask value? 024. Now if I create the file now, what would be my file permissions? If my umask value 024 and create the file, what would be the file permission?
642.
642. So 666 minus 024. 666 minus 024, 642. Meaning what? Warner read write. 4 only read. 2 means only write. Others only write. That is the importance of umask value. Now, when I create the file, I should get original file permissions or original directory permissions. Then what should be the umask value? To create a file with original file permission, what should be the umask value?
000.
000.
Yes.
Means remove the
Yes.
umask value. Remove the umask value. So how to remove the umask value? Make it all zeros. Now run umask. It is showing that no umask. Now you create the file touch file one. You'll see that everyone got read write. This is called 666.
Sir, only owner can change umask value. Umask value.
Yes, only one can change. Suppose I log into the Anil user. Type umask 022. I create the file touch F1. Where this F1 file is created, Anil user home directory. What is Anil user home directory? /home/Anil. ls-l file name. Because of 022, these are the default file permissions. This user can change the umask value 024. So from now onwards, whatever file I created, the file will get 666 minus 024 642. So any user, they can change the umask value in their home directory. Is it clear, everyone? Any question?
Sir, what is the starting value of the umask? Is it a 4-digit character? Last is the permission. First is for what use?
Yeah, the first digit we'll discuss in the admin part.
Okay.
So 0 to 2, in older version it was 002. Till version 7, the default DMOS value for normal user 002, for root user 022. From current version 9, for both EMOS value 022 only. So this notepad is older version. Now coming to the use cases. Suppose go to directory 1. Write some data in the file 1. Control D. What is the default file permission? Read write 644. The default file permissions are 644. Now I log in as Anil user. I want to access the file 1 where the file 1 is under directory 1. As Anil user, how this Anil user can access the file 1 which is under directory 1? Where the file 1 is under directory 1. I log into the Anil user and this Anil user want to access this file 1. How you can access this file 1?
Absolute path through.
Yeah, what is the command?
One
You should
is
go to directory
cat
1, right?
cat slash
So
dir
cd,
one.
cd directory 1. You can see the file 1. For this file 1, Anil is the owner or Anil is a group or Anil is other.
Anil is others.
Other. Why? Because who is the owner?
It's
Root is the owner.
a-
So means Anil is not a owner. What is the group? Root is a group. So Anil is not under root group. Anil is not under root group. If you are not the owner, if you're not in the group, remaining all others. Remaining all others. Others has what permission?
no permissions.
No permission. Others
Read. Only read.
Read permission.
only read.
Okay,
Now
sorry.
you tell. Now you tell. What is the command to read this file?
Cat.
Cat.
Cat file one.
Yes, cat file 1. This is called only read. How to check the write permission on the file? What is the command to check the write permission on the file? Hmm? Cat double greater than. What is the error? Permission denied. You don't have write permission. So when you use the cat command to check the read permission, when we are to use the greater than symbol, double greater than symbol to check the write permission. Is it clear?
Yes.
Now, how to check the directory 1 permissions? ls-ld / directory 1. For this directory 1, Anil is a owner or group.
Anil is no others.
Others. You are not the owner, you are not in the group, remaining all
Hmm.
others. Anil is other. Other has what permissions on directory?
Read and execute.
What is the command to check the read permission on directory?
cd
CD.
directory cd
No,
space
that is not read.
ls.
ls hyphen
Yes.
ld.
No, ls/directory1. See the files in a directory means that is called read. To see the files in a directory means what? Read. This is called read permission. Now, how to check the write permission on directory? What is the command to check the write permission directory?
CD. CD/dir1.
No, that is not right.
cp
Uh,
file name
Cat.
to directory.
create a file in a directory.
Create a file or directory under directory1 by using
Yes.
touch command.
Yes.
Touch /dir1/file name f1. So can I able to write in the directory1?
No.
Can I able to create the file? No. Permission denied
No.
because of no write permission. Now how to check the execute permission directory? cd
CD
directory
command.
name. This is called execute. You see by default, who can execute the directory? Who can change to the directory? Warner can change. Warner has execute. Group can change. Others also can change. Everyone having execute permission. So cd for execute. Is it clear?
Sir, how can I know whether I am part of that group?
That's what. Who logged in? Type who am I? Who am I? Who is logged in? Anil, right? Who is the user here?
Anil.
Anil. ls-ld directory 1. For this directory 1, who is the owner? Root is the owner. What is the group? Root is a group. Anil user belongs to which group? You want to check it? ID Anil. Anil user belongs to which group? Anil group. You are not under root group, right?
Okay.
What's the good name?
Nagaraj.
So if I create a user add Nagaraj. This Nagaraj user belongs to which group? You want to check it? ID Nagaraj. Which group? Nagaraj group. Anil is under Anil group. Nagaraj under Nagaraj group. When Anil create the files in his home directory, you are not the owner for the file. You are not in the Anil group. You are comes under other. Is it clear?
Can we add users to a particular group, sir? So if you want to
Yeah, we
add
can add
a
that.
user
That
to any group.
yeah, we can add. That will discuss in the administration part. We have a topic
Okay.
user administration part. There we discuss how to create the users, how to create the groups, how to add the users to the group, how to create the passwords for users, all this stuff comes under admin part. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So go through the notes, everything is there step by step. Start file 1 to check the read permission on file. Start double grade them file 1 to check the write permission. ls-ld directory name. lsdir1 to check the read permission directory. Read some files under directory that is called write permission. Default is denied. cd directory name to check the execute permission. So we need to understand when to use cat command, when to use ls command, when to use touch command. Blindly if you practice, no use.
It's that CD is changing directory. So changing directory is nothing but executing something, right? Something, sir.
Directory nothing but a room. Directory nothing but a room. If you lock the room, can you enter into the room?
Okay. No,
No, right?
no.
Here by default, this directory is unlocked. Because of execute permission, this directory is unlocked. If you remove this execute permission, for group, whoever uses under this group, they can't able to change the directory. If you remove the execute permission for others, no one can enter into the directory. CD doesn't work because of I remove the execute. All this stuff we'll discuss in tomorrow class.
Okay.
So today class we'll discuss only the file permissions, directory permission, and use cases. So tomorrow we'll discuss how to change the permissions of these files. We have a command chmod, chgrp, chone, chmod to change the file permissions, chgrp to change the group, chone to change the owner. So once you understand this file permission, you can understand easily this chmod, chgrp, chone. Okay. We'll continue
So under
tomorrow.
so under directory permissions, what are the copy and move commands come under? Does it come under read
I'm
permissions
sorry.
or execute permissions? So under directory permissions, uh, the read and copy from one directory to other directory, like moving
Hmm.
the files or copying the files, does it come under
Hmm.
read permissions or execute permissions or write permissions?
Whatever permission the file having, after copying the file will having same permission. It won't change. See you tomorrow, same time.